practitioners, as sensitive beings, and we just do a guided meditation. We see what the cards have to offer us and set an intention for the week so that we can move throughout our week feeling supported, so we can move throughout our week feeling good, ultimately. Ah, Costa Rica. Oh my goodness. I've never been to Jaco. I actually lived in Costa Rica um, for like a month and some change a few years ago. And I was in Limon, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. Good morning, Atlanta. How are you? Oh, man. How are we feeling with this Gemini energy? Okay, how are we feeling? We feel invigorated. I know last week many of us were feeling really stressed out and honestly a little anxious. So I wanted to check in first before we jumped in. Good morning, Dahlia. From South Africa. I love this. Hello, hello. Okay, so just let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing with that. Beautiful. How's everybody else feeling and doing? You feel a little bit of angst too? Yeah. Like the Gemini energy for people who move a little bit slower in life, you know, you're not really used to the fast pace. The energy is supposed to feel refreshing, but I can also understand where it's just like, ooh, this is a little overwhelming for my spirit, right? So we're gonna do a nice guided meditation first to just help us tune in to the energy all around us, to the frequency that we're on, and then we are going to do a beautiful card pull and just see what the week has in store for us. Rahel, good morning from Switzerland. A bit tired too. Yes, I am tired, okay? Exhausted, exhausted. But I also can say that it was really beautiful to wake up and know that I got to be in this space with y'all. I definitely feel like because there's this love that I have and this connection that we have, I'm just like, okay, it's worth it. It's okay, girl. You're gonna be fine. Like, just get up and get ready, you know, and head on here and hang out, you know. So it's worth it because y'all. Woof. Oh wow, Hannah Johannesburg, South Africa. I love this. I love this so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning. Okay, so let's get into the meditation. Is there anything that you guys want to focus on in particular that's been coming up for you? Hello. Okay, let me know. I'm currently drinking a golden turmeric latte because, yeah, I need it. Mm, I need all the anti-inflammatory things, all of them. Is there anything in particular that you want to focus on today? Or if not, we could just let spirit carry us. I just want to make sure that I'm just helping y'all out, you know? So please feel free to let me know in the comments what's coming up for you. And for those that don't know, good morning, good morning. For those that don't know, we are starting back our 28 days of gratitude. Gratitude Galore begins today. Day 8 is at 7:17 a.m. And starting on Wednesday, because it'll give me 48 hours, I will be able to, or maybe Thursday, maybe Wednesday. I will be able to host a second class for 11 a.m. I'm going to try it out for a week and see if it's something I can sustain because I know a lot of people want to join in from, you know, Europe and from the West Coast, and it's fairly early for them. So I'm going to host a second one at 11 a.m. So just letting y'all know in advance since y'all are here so early with me. I'm very excited. Ooh, throat and solar plexus energy. Okay, so we're talking about building up our self-confidence and being able to express ourselves, which is so important. There's been an energy of like people pleasing and also like not advocating for yourself. And Gemini energy is all about communication, right? It governs the lungs, it governs the hands. Like it's really important that we advocate for ourselves. So I want to make sure that you know that it's safe for you to do that and it's necessary for you to do that. Because when you do not advocate for yourself, you literally put yourself last. And the goal of life is to be unapologetic and taking care of self first. It doesn't make you a selfish person when you do this. In fact, it makes you even more equipped to take care of your community because you know that you're good, right? When I know that I'm well taken care of, I know I can get up at 4:30 in the morning to hop on a live and share space with y'all because I took care of myself. I made sure that I was good and I had what I needed to be there for my community. It's really a beautiful act of love, of care, to care for yourself first, right? Especially as a practitioner, as a sensitive being, as a caregiver, because you most of your life is going to be dedicated to making sure that someone else is good. You're going to have to get better at advocating for yourself and making sure that you are good. Okay, and I really love that Gemini energy kind of gives us this sense of boldness, of courage, even of curiosity to go and learn something new to help us help ourselves so that we can in turn help others. That's super, 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 super important. I just wanted to share that, okay? I'm my own caregiver. I'm same, exactly. As well as having help. I'm a household. I used to be a nurse. Okay, in a household, I used to be a nurse. Nursing myself is the hardest thing I've ever done mentally, emotionally. It is. It is. Yes, people pleasing is something I've learned to put yourself first. Yes, Michelle, me too. Kira, facts. Emma, lots of love to you. I feel the same. Dahlia, yes, yes, yes. Thank you for sharing this, Emma. Me too. Also housebound and healing, sending love. Yes, 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 yes. It is so crucial and important to begin the practice of it. And to remember that it's a practice. So it's not going to always be perfect how you show up for yourself. Some days are going to look better than others. And that's why we want to let go of that self-criticism and just allow ourselves to show up. However I show up today is how I show up today, right? But I want to make sure that I'm showing up for myself, because the truth is we'll give ourselves the bare minimum, and then someone else outside of us will get our absolute best. And that is truly, I mean, honestly, the word that's coming up is like unacceptable, right? Because you are the only person that's living your life. It's so important that you give yourself the same love, if not even more, because again, it's for your sustenance. It helps you to endure. Um, I can openly say that I've not necessarily been a people pleaser. I haven't had that experience in my life, but I do have close friends who literally are suffering because of it. Um, and I do feel that I always tend to attract people into my life that need that support of being like, hey, how do we put you first today? And it's usually a very hard question for people to answer that are suffering through people pleasing, that are used to putting themselves last. It's a hard question to answer. Like, ooh, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? And I was like, okay, what, do you need water? Do you need to eat? And you need people in your life that are going to remind you and say, hey, it's okay for you to take care of yourself. I'd actually prefer that. I don't get a thrill out of knowing that you suffered for me. And I feel like if we have more people who could do that, it would be a lot easier for others who are suffering from people pleasing to be able to be like, okay. Because really it's this sense of, well, if I don't take care of you the same way I've been taking care of you, like, are you going to think that I don't care about you? Are you going to invalidate all the effort and energy I've already put into taking care of you? Like, how are you going to retaliate against me? I feel like that's something that really comes up big when you decide to set boundaries and put yourself first. You're really concerned that the person that you've been caring for so deeply is not going to get it or understand it, that they're not going to be accepting of this new lifestyle, that they themselves are going to feel slighted. And the truth is, they might. They genuinely might. They really might feel a way about it. And that's going to be something for them to sit with God, source, whoever they call on to in a time of need, to figure out. Because if you have an issue with someone wanting to care deeply for themselves, so that they can in turn care for you ultimately. Because once you're a caring person, you're a caring person. Like, no matter what, no matter how many boundaries you set, no matter what you go through in life, if you are a soft-hearted person, you will always be that way. Okay, like I'm a big softie. That's why I'm always on here like tearing up with y'all when you guys give me compliments or just share your love with me. It's overwhelming in the best way possible, because I do have a very soft heart. But like, do I have a very strong and intense personality? Do I have really healthy boundaries? Yes, 100%. Like, I'm easily saying no to things, right? But it doesn't take away from my softness. So, like, it does allow you to continue moving forward, having that softness and giving it to those that are going to not only reciprocate the energy, but also allow it to multiply. I love to know that at the end of the day, I've given my heart and my energy to people who really appreciate me, who really see the value in who I am, right? And just not to somebody that just thinks that because of who I am and the talent that I have, that I have to give it to them. Unless this is an infant, kid, child, right? Where it's like you're dependent type thing, or you sign something where this person is physically dependent on you, even then you can still set boundaries and make sure that you're showing up and taking care of yourself. I just wanted to make sure that I said this, you know? Hello, hi Emma. I'm also on a long journey of healing to take care of myself prior. Priority number one, yes, Rahel. I think we all grow up being taught not to be selfish, and some of us never set the boundary for what that means. Yes, you know, and the best way that I learned about selfishness, because I am someone, I don't believe in being selfish. I do believe in being self first, though. I feel like there's an energy to selfishness that lacks accountability and responsibility. And I've tried to get on the I'm selfish train. I've tried it out, y'all. It's not for me, but I am a very self first person. And the difference that I learned growing up is that selfishness, there is a lack of consideration for the other person, right? It's usually, hey, for instance, I committed to being here at 5 a.m. To host Spirit Hour with you all. But let's say last night, which is true, by the way, last night I got in really late because I was at a family function. Now, being selfish would have the mentality of put yourself first by canceling the class, even though I knew I had a prior engagement, right? Canceling the class and taking sleep for myself and sleeping in because I deserve. Which, yes, I do deserve to sleep in late, but also I did make a commitment, right, to being here with you all. That would be selfish of me because I've also said something to other people. I've committed to other people. Now I'm saying, ooh, I didn't do enough for myself, so I'm taking that back for me, right? But being self first is understanding and knowing, like, ooh, if I know I have a prior commitment or I knew I said I was going to do this thing for this person, I know I'm going to need 3 hours to myself. I know I'm going to need, you know, a full 8 hours of sleep. I know what I'm going to need prior to make sure I can show and be my best person for them. So let me take care of myself first, an adequate amount of timing, being responsible, right? Being accountable. And then I can go and take care of others. I'm still putting myself first, but there's not this action as the other person involved is going to suffer because I was not responsible. And I feel like with selfishness, it's a lack of responsibility, mainly because you are unaware that you're not taking care of yourself. Like selfish people don't take care of themselves. They do it last minute. That's why it's always like this energy of like, ooh, like why would you do that? It's just like, oh well, I need to take care of me. So if I'm taking care of me, then I can't take care of y'all. It's like, but you also knew you had to be here, right? You also knew you had a prior commitment, and now you're not staying committed to that. And this is not to speak about the ability to be flexible or adaptable or to change with a situation because things happen. It's the mindset that I'm speaking about. Um, Amazon, I'm unapologetically accepting, acknowledging that taking loving care of myself allows me to lovingly take care of others. Ashe, yes, 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 yes. That's what my mini Kanye rant was just about. Like, please advocate for yourself. Let people know, like, I actually need this. I need time to do this. I need space for this. I need a moment to myself. And start getting comfortable with the fact that they may be uncomfortable. They may look at you afterwards and be like, wow, you've never done that before. And you can agree and say, you know what, I actually haven't done that before. It's a new experience for us both, and I get that you could be uncomfortable with it. However, if we're going to continue this dynamic, I'm going to have to continue to have moments like this because I'm human. You're not a machine. I'm not a machine. They're not a machine. For us to expect to produce the same level of anything every single day denies us of our human experience, right? Yes, yes, Emma, yes. Okay, it's so important. Okay, let's get into the guided meditation so that we can get into the card reading. All right, so I would love for you to get comfortable wherever that is. If you're laying in bed, lay in bed. If you are sitting down, you want to sit in full lotus, do whatever's going to support you and your body right now. Give yourself a moment to tune in, to check in with your body, to see how it's feeling. Notice if it feels tired, if there's tension anywhere, discomfort. And use your next inhale to acknowledge it. I acknowledge that in this moment, I'm tired. I acknowledge in this moment that I have tension in my body. Giving yourself the space to witness who you are in this moment without judgment. As we breathe into the lower belly, expanding it into the solar plexus, letting it rise up into the heart, ultimately into the throat, and exhale, release, soften into the moment, soften into the body. Allow yourself the flexibility to take in all the sounds that are around you, the sounds that you can pick up and hear. Ultimately, bringing your focus to your breath and witnessing your inhales and your exhales. Reminding the mind and the body that you in this moment are safe. Reminding the mind and the body that it is okay to put yourself first in this moment. As we breathe in deeply, filling up the lower belly, allowing the air to rise up into the heart. And exhale, release, open mouth, really let the air go as slowly as you can. This might invite in a softening of the shoulders, maybe even a softening behind the eyes, a softening of your scalp, of your jaw. Perhaps you're dropping your tongue from the roof of your mouth and creating some space in between your teeth. Maybe even your next inhale is through the mouth, through the space in the teeth. And as you exhale, let the mouth open more, allowing yourself to yawn if necessary. Trusting that our breath is transformational. Continue to breathe in and let go on your exhales. Now I want us to activate our vagus nerve. So as we're breathing in, get ready to do an open mouth HA release. This is going to help us to feel safe in this moment. So as we breathe in, we pull it up and we go HA. Nice slow inhale, breathing in, filling up the lungs, and HA. Breathing into the lower belly one more time, expanding into the heart space as we go HA. Releasing any stagnant energy, releasing any worries about last week, about yesterday, about tomorrow, or the upcoming week. Focus on remaining present in this moment to the best of your ability. And if it feels good for you, maybe you want to stack each vertebrae on top of each other, creating some space in between them as you bring the shoulders up to the bottom of the ears and you roll them back, opening up the heart space. Do what your body can allow. Allow your heart to lead you in this moment. Perhaps that means bringing your hand to your heart space. Maybe you notice that you're in a divine rhythm and you're swaying. And as you're here, as you're allowing your heart to lead you forward, sustain that inhale, that breathing in, expanding the belly to its capacity, and that beautiful exhale, releasing, letting go, Let's set an intention in this space that we're in. We have another week coming up for us. And in this week, by the time we're done with it, we'll be in a new month. Sometimes life can feel so fast. So many changes all the time. And we honor that. We bring awareness to that fact. Change is always happening. And not just outside of us, but within us too. We are allowed to change. We are allowed to shift and sculpt our lives in such a beautiful way where we feel safe, where we feel seen, where we feel cared for by ourselves first, and also by others. Let's channel in that Gemini energy and set the intention to communicate our needs this week. Communicate any changes that feel heart-led. Trusting in our divinity, trusting in our well-being, trusting in our source, whether that's God, Allah, universe, whoever you call on to in your time of need. Giving them space to show up in your life and help you help yourself. Angels, spirit guides, spirit animals. Inviting them into your week, inviting them into this space. Letting them know that you have an open mind and an open heart. That you are willing to tune in and listen, hear, and feel those nudges. That you are willing to be in alignment this week. And as contrast shows up, and as resistance shows up, because it does, it's a part of the human journey, that you will acknowledge it. And you will pause and give yourself a moment to see what is not serving me in this moment. What has allowed me to experience this resistance? Maybe it's a certain dynamic with a person. Maybe it's an environment that you're in. Maybe it's a perspective or a belief you carry. And in that moment, advocating for yourself, allowing your heart to lead you forward. And expressing, thank you for showing me this. I no longer want this experience in my life. And then move forward accordingly. Trusting in yourself. Trusting in the incredible care that you give. And giving it to yourself first. And letting the overflow go to your community. Knowing that then they're getting your absolute best. Not only does it make you an efficient caregiver or practitioner or sensitive being, it also makes you an effective one. I'm going to give you a moment to add on to this intention, to add on to this prayer. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Use your breath and use this sacred space that we've cultivated to share what's on your heart, to declare what you need in this upcoming week. When you feel ready, thank yourself, thank your source for this moment, for you showing up, for you taking the time out to care for yourself, to be in community where you can express yourself with no shame. That is something to be deeply grateful for and to express gratitude for. when you're ready, see if you can give yourself a nice big hug, wrapping your arms around you. As we do this, we are literally practicing self-love. Our arms and our hands and our fingertips are extensions of our heart space. Give yourself a nice squeeze if it's possible. And in this hug, do a final breath. Inhale, breathing in, filling up the body, allowing the chest to rise up. And on that exhale, HA release, dropping the hands to our sides. Gently opening our eyes if they were closed, or refocusing our gaze and coming back to the space. And seeing how you're feeling after that meditation. Feel free to let me know. And as you do so, I will be getting the card pull ready. We'll be using the Moonology deck, our tried and true. And we'll be doing a nice 3-card pull in honor of the full moon. So I'm actually going to use the pull that we use in the deck. Here we go. Beautiful. So card 1 will be what's falling away and what do I need to forgive. Card 2 will be what's the illuminated full moon showing me. And card 3 will be what comes next. And I'll be rereading these again when we get the card pull. But let me know how you're feeling. I feel refreshed. I love this, Amazon. Thank you for that meditation. Felt so soothing and calming. You're so welcome, Daniela. I'm so happy y'all are feeling good, feeling safe, feeling seen. Let's see what the cards have for us, okay? We have our first 2. Let's give us that final card, please, and thank you. Okay. Which one would you like me to take? The one that fell? Okay. Okay. We have our 3 cards. I'm so excited. Let's see. Beautiful. Oh, and a reminder, because again, I'm following the guidelines. If you were able to donate, please do. I lovingly accept your donations. If you're just simply able to be here and share your energy with me, I also openly and happily receive that as well. Okay? Okay, let's check and see what we have for the cards this week. Okay, so we have 2 reverse cards, and then we have a final card that is not in reverse. So cute energy. I'm very excited for this. Okay, so our first card is in reverse. Oh wow, and it's Sagittarius energy, and that was literally the full moon in Sag, and we pulled the full moon in Sag. So let's check it out. Make sure you guys can see this really beautiful card. There we go. And as you can see, we have the symbol for the Sagittarius sign, which is the bow and arrow. There we go. We have that illuminated full moon. And what I love about this is that it's in reverse. So this is internal work. So this bigger picture that we're talking about is your bigger picture. What is the bigger picture for you in your life? What do you need moving forward? And this Sagittarius energy is all about exploration. It's all about fun and excitement and adventure, right? Sag energy is very lucky. It's very effortless, right? And when we think about the bow and arrow symbolizes sometimes being pulled back to launch forward. So this week, I want you to, not just me, but spirit source, whoever you call on to, we're asking that you take the time to reflect, right? Take a step back, a moment back, and see what is the bigger picture. Maybe it's the bigger picture at work. Maybe it's the bigger picture in a relationship. Maybe it's you showing up in your purpose in life or in your health. What is the bigger picture? What is it that you need to experience so that you feel satisfied in life? Only you know what that is. Do you trust yourself enough to know and give yourself the space to feel it? Because the truth is, with that Sagittarius energy, once you get clear on what the bigger picture is, it's a straight shot. Because also one thing about a bow and arrow is that it hits its target. And with that lucky energy that Sag brings, it's going to always, its aim is always going to be true. And that's something that you want to remember, okay? When you do get that full picture, when it's fully illuminated for you as to what it is that you want, it's here, right? And if we're going in alignment with this card pull, what's falling away and what do I need to forgive? Maybe you need to forgive yourself for thinking or remaining small. Maybe you're shedding whatever cage you feel like you've placed yourself in. Maybe it's the people pleasing. Maybe it's never saying no. Maybe it's not giving yourself enough space to be. Maybe you're not tapping into your creativity as much as you would like to. Forgive yourself for that. Because again, we're human. We're going to always do things that, in hindsight, we're like, what in the world, right? But then moving forward, you sustain that act of forgiveness by saying, okay, I know I need more. I know I deserve more. I know that I'm ready to receive more. What is the more, though? What does that look and feel like for me? For me. Because in your mind, in those moments, you get to only think about yourself. Even if it's only for a few minutes. It is not going to harm anyone. It doesn't mean that you're lacking responsibility or accountability. It doesn't mean that you're not a good practitioner or a good caregiver. Simply give yourself some moments to envision what would be amazing for you. No one else, just you. And for someone, maybe your temples are a little sore or they're overactive. I invite you to bring your fingers here, just nice soft circles, just in case, because yeah. Okay, our second card we have, which is what's the illuminated full moon showing me? We have another card in reverse, and it's another full moon, okay? It says, full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the card in reverse first and foremost. And I feel like we pulled this last week as well. Come on, little camera, do your thing. Here we go. And what I love about Taurus energy is that it stares you straight on. It is not looking away. It's not shying away. It's very much, I'm here. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. But also with the colors in here, that green, that pink for love and abundance, your dreams need a practical plan. So once you figure out what that bigger picture is, the next best thing is to create a plan for it. What can we do to start ushering in that big picture? What smaller steps can we take? Right? And again, Taurus energy is all about the home. It's about nurturing self. It's also about taking care of self first. Taurus energy is big on that. They care for others, but they care for themselves just as much, if not more. Okay? So in that energy, in that spirit, when you are making this plan, what small actionable steps can you create? Are you able to identify a timeline that will help you to bring this future goal from the mind and into the physical experience? Are you willing to do that? What will that look like for you? Normally, you can do about a 12-month plan if you wanted to, planning out for a year. I've really been enjoying the 12-week plan, where essentially you give yourself a season to execute or to bring to life a desire or up to 3 desires. And it's a really amazing concept. It's something I would definitely look into if you are on the path of shifting your life or you want to call something in. It gives you the opportunity to ultimately create and produce more throughout your year without burning yourself out. Okay? And then our last card, which wasn't in reverse, excuse me, is the new moon in Sag. So we're starting with Sag energy and ending with it. So again, you're really prosperous and very lucky, especially this week, tapping into that full moon in Sag energy that we just had, that even the cards are picking up on. Okay, tap into that and understand that once you figure out that big picture, and you create a nice, cute game plan that puts you first, that nurtures you, that takes care of you, you're going to begin a new journey. And remember that luck is on your side. I just love how the cards tell such a beautiful story. Okay, so look, there's that silver lining. And that's our beginning, right? And we have that bow and arrow, aim is true. So once we have our bigger picture, right? And we have a game plan that's going to nurture and take care of us in the process. We're not forgetting about ourselves, right? We'll begin this journey with luck on our side. And I think it's so important to remember that. And again, when I say luck, personally, I mean living under cosmic knowledge. That's what luck means to me. That's why I consider myself to be such a lucky person. You see, I always have my 4-leaf clovers on me, have one tattooed, have one on my ankle. It's a reminder. I have Jupiter on my finger to remind me, you are a lucky person. You are in alignment. Hi, Dawn. You are in alignment, okay? You are allowed to feel like things are working in your favor. You are allowed to feel like you're getting support and help from cosmic beings, from angels, spirit guides, your ancestors, God's source, whatever you call on to. You're allowed to feel supported as a caregiver, as a practitioner, as a sensitive person. You are allowed to feel that way. You don't have to struggle and work yourself to your bones for any outside validation. All the validating, all the confirmation, all the affirmation, it is coming from source and self. And when you give yourself a moment to respect it, to honor it, to witness it, others will see it in you as well. They will start to say, wow, you're moving differently, but I love this for you. Or you look happier, or you look more satisfied, or you look well rested. And then you can allow yourself to receive those good things and know that it's true, and not to combat it by saying, oh, well, I really worked so hard for this. It's like, okay. But also, I just wanted to acknowledge your beauty. I just wanted to acknowledge your wisdom and just say, wow, it looks good on you. Luck looks good on you. Having a plan that takes care of yourself and centers you looks good on you. Having a bigger picture that excites you, that illuminates you, that makes you feel fulfilled in life looks so incredibly good on you. I just wanted to share that. And you can hear that and feel that and see it in everything and everyone. That is what this week is presenting us, an opportunity for us to have a big picture that has a game plan that we know we're going to bring to life. And that we know we're going to enjoy the journey, right? Because Sag energy is all about that good time. Okay? Sag energy is very much, let's have fun with it. Let's go on an adventure. I want to enjoy my life. My life is meant to be enjoyed. And that's what's coming next. That's what's coming for you. That luck is saying, baby, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And I don't know about y'all, because I also take these collective readings for myself as well. I'm thoroughly excited. Like, I'm very excited. I'm actually going to be working on my big picture. I'm using my Lotus Life deck to make my big picture because I've been avoiding it for a little bit. Because again, Dark Night of the Soul energy, you're just kind of like, I don't want to think about my future too much because I could barely deal with my past. So I am going to sit and work on my deck and bring it up to present day, give myself a nice 12-week game plan personally, and remind myself that I'm a lucky person. Every time that I forget that I'm lucky, I don't experience luck. I don't know if that's for y'all, but for me, every time I forget I'm lucky, I'm just like, damn, life is really crazy and hard. And I don't like this at all. And I just kind of want to shut off from the world. But when I remember, like, oh man, there's so much working in my favor. There's so much here to support me. It just feels better to me personally. So I just want to put that out there for y'all. Let me know how you feel about the card pull. If anything came up for you, if you have any insights or wisdom that you would like to share as well. Okay, and I'm going to do another reminder. As soon as I find my microphone. There we go. Another reminder that at 7:17 Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing day 8 of the 28 days Gratitude Galore, where we are practicing gratitude in all areas of our life so that we can have a life to be grateful for. Because we already do, but sometimes we forget. Okay? Let me know how you're feeling. These are the 3 cards for this week. The recording for this will most likely go out sometime later today once it's been rendered. So please make sure that you are on the email list, okay? Because again, I want to support the space, and there are certain things that I'm not able to say on live, but there will be recordings available. So please make sure that you are on the email list, because then you will receive in the upcoming email a link to all the different things that I talk about, whether that's book recommendation, card recommendations, um, any other outside platforms we can get recorded um, experiences, meditations, things like that. Okay, just want to make sure I put that out there for y'all. Okay, just let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing. I'm gonna take a nice big sip of my latte because I need it. This is my first card reading. It gave me some things to think about. I like your idea about the 3-month plan. Yeah, look into it. Look into the 12-week plan. I would normally drop a link, but if you type in 12-week plan, it'll show up. It's been blowing up. It's super effective, and it's really easy. It actually helped me with the level of anxiety that I was feeling, because instead of giving yourself 12 months to figure something out, which you would think makes more sense because it gives you more time, actually it takes time away from you, because when you're able to focus on 12 weeks out of a year, we have 52 weeks. So in those 12 weeks, you're doing what you could do in 12 months. And let's say you don't accomplish that goal or you don't hit that mark, you still have X amount of weeks left over into the year for you to adjust and to pivot and to accomplish it. That's why I personally enjoy the 12-week plan, because it gives me flexibility to make mistakes. Daniela, thank you. Feeling renewed energy. I love this for you, Daniela. Embracing the joy and luck available to be experienced each day. I say yes, 100%. Amazon, oh my gosh, validation and confirmation that I'm doing what I'm called to do. Namaste, Lotus. Namaste, Amazon. I love this. I'm happy to know that the card readings are resonating with you, that the guided meditation is centering you, the intention setting is centering you, even the prayer is centering you. I know a lot of you were asking about creating a prayer circle. So I feel what we could do is add a prayer element to this wonderful session that we have every week. And, if there's anything that you would like to pray about or you would like to set intention for, you can always drop it in the chat. Or you can send me a message if you want to. Okay? So on Insight Timer, if you go to my teacher profile, there should be only one link available. Okay? Where you'll be able to go and sign up for it. The link takes you straight to my email list. And then from there, I send out an email every week. Depending on how this goes, I might have to do it twice a week because I know we're getting a lot more people. But usually you'll get it sometime on Saturday. But yeah, if you sign up now and shoot me a message, let me know. I can manually go and send you the message, the email that I sent out yesterday that has all the links and things like that for you to join. Okay? Michelle, release your voice and delivery. That's inspiring for me. Michelle! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, I tell you, like, I'm literally such a softie. I really appreciate that more than I can really say. Thank you so much. And I love y'all for tuning in, for tapping in. I know it's super early, but I love to work during the ancestral hours. And for me, in the East Coast, this is ancestral hours, 3 to 6 a.m. They're also considered God hours, spirit hours, and it allows me to be more in tune to the messages that we need for the collective, for my own spirit guides and angels and ancestors. So I appreciate y'all for allowing me to do this. Been doing the Lotus chant for 30 plus days, and miracles are happening in my life. Oh my gosh, Dawn, can you message me about that, please? Because I would love to know. Thank you. Okay. Oh my goodness, back from 53-day retreat in Switzerland, and this live is confirming my journey. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome, Dawn. And please, yes, because that sounds like something I need to do for myself, okay? Please, 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 please. And never be afraid to share resources or things like that in the chat. You all are able to do that. So please do, as thought leaders, as spiritual guides, as practitioners, as caregivers, as sensitive beings, this is going to be that space for you to be able to share what's coming up in your life, because we are creating a safe space for you to do this. You're so welcome, Diana, okay? It's so important that you remember you have a safe space, okay? And again, the recording will be live on YouTube probably later on this day. And you can pretty much find me anywhere using my name. And it's literally this everywhere. Anywhere you could possibly imagine, I have it on there. But I update the most on YouTube and my podcast. And my podcast is Lotus Like. Okay? All right. I love y'all so very much. Please go and get some rest if you need some rest. Or give yourself some downtime. If you're going to be joining me in the next hour for the day 8 of Gratitude Galore, I'm going to see you then. And I'm so excited because we'll be talking about food. And I love me some food. But I've also had a very long journey with it. So we'll be speaking about that. Rahana Divine Timing, being in the Southern Hemisphere, will definitely be tapping into the upcoming winter energy to go deep within. I'm thankful for your magic, Lotus. I'm thankful for you being here. And yes, I also know too that getting up a little earlier also allows people from different spaces that are not on the East Coast to join in and tap in. So just continue to work with me on flexibility. I want to make sure that I'm helping as much of the community as possible, again, without it being unsustainable. So I just appreciate y'all for being here, for showing up, for just loving on me, for holding space for each other. It does not go unnoticed, and then I definitely feel it. It helps me to feel valued and to feel like I'm walking in my purpose. So please take the information from the card reading today. Take the sensation and feeling from the guided meditation. Give yourself that moment, give yourself that grace throughout the week. And also know that if you ever need extra support on something, you can reach out to me. I do check my messages on Insight Timer like 2 to 3 times a week. It's not an everyday thing, but I do check it 2 or 3 times a week. So I will respond. Okay? I will respond. Thank you, Atlanta. I love you all so much, and I will see you soon, whether it's the next Spirit Hour or an upcoming live. Okay? Be well, drink water, feel rested, be self first, unapologetically. All right? Bye. Oh, for you, let me know in the comments which card really resonated for you and why. All right? And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can continue to get updates on Spirit Hour when it drops every week on Sunday. Bye.